Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Liberty Girl, aka Dana J. Um, I have a new Trump supporter today. As I told you, I would be bringing on a few different ones. This one is Charlie Brown, Trump hat, but we're going to take that off so you can see Charlie Brown's face. There he is. You can't even see what he is, can you? Take his hat off. This is Lucy's boyfriend. Hi. Anyways, isn't you cutie pie? There. He's all fluffy. You know, I learned something about rabbits. I have had rabbits now for, oh, probably 10 years. I adopt them from the rescues. And I learned something really interesting about rabbits, is that rabbits have to pick their own mates. And anyway, so I did have another rabbit. We have Lucy over there that you met last time. This is Charlie Brown, and the other one that I had was named Linus, and he was a black and white one. And oh, he was so adorable. He had long hair like this one. But anyways, so when I went to get another rabbit because poor Linus died, uh, the rabbit rescue told me I had to bring my rabbit with me because she had to pick her mate out. And so anyways, I took her down there, and he was online, and he was the one I really wanted, but someone was fostering him, and they had to bring him in. So in the meantime, they said, well, let's try a few, and I picked out a couple. And this is the response that the rabbits do when they're picking out their mate. So the first response, and I got all three responses. The first response is, she didn't want nothing to do with him. She didn't show any interest. She was like, "Poof, I don't like you." And he just sat over there, and she just wouldn't have nothing to do with him. The second thing that happens is they attack him. And I thought, oh, how bad can that be? Well, we put this poor little rabbit in with Lucy, and she just, oh my God, she went after him, teeth baring and biting, and we couldn't get him out of there fast enough. And then came Charlie Brown. Of course, that wasn't his name at the time, but of course, with Lucy, we got to have Charlie Brown. And Charlie Brown, he was from an individual person that couldn't keep him anymore. And rabbits, one of the things they like about each other is they groom each other. They spend a lot of time grooming each other. And they cuddle and they snuggle, and they really like being litter mates. They use the litter box most of the time. They're in a little area that doesn't have a top on it, but it's caged in around the edges, and they can bounce around in there, and they have their litter box, and they groom each other, and they have a pretty good life. Since they're domesticated rabbits. They don't need to be outside. They'd be dead. Anyway, so Charlie Brown was it. She went right for him, but Charlie Brown didn't know how to groom her. So she was like, kept like, come on, Charlie Brown. Come on, groom me. And they like to be chewed on back here in their ears and licked on and just all that. Anyway, he didn't know what he was doing. How often does that happen in the real life, in the human sector, that us women sometimes have to teach the men? But Lucy taught him how to groom her, and he has turned out to be the best mate. And he babies her and grooms her all the time. And when I first brought him home, I showed him a little extra attention because I thought he might need it. Well, Lucy was not happy about that. So she started to attack him, and they told me, I know y'all probably aren't interested in this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So, anyway, she told me, the rescue lady told me I needed to make sure that Lucy got more attention than usual, and to kind of pet them back and forth and get the scent on each other. But ever since then, it's been wonderful. And I'm going to go put Charlie Brown back. I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about what's going on. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so let's see. What have we been doing? I've been trying to keep up with the current events, and it dawned on me that some of you all that watch me, I mean, I'm I'm not polished and I don't have all the most current events, but hopefully I'm reaching some of you people that out there that just really don't know a whole lot about what's going on. And some of you probably don't even care. And so anyways, I don't know what I can say and what goes over really well on my YouTube station. I don't want to get booted off. So I wrote out a few of the websites that are fabulous. These people know what they're talking about. I'm going to hold it up for you and give you time to, oh, it's backwards. Ah, sorry. Let's see. Okay, well, I didn't do that very good. I guess I should have, I don't know. I'll read them off to you. Okay. Freedom Force Battalion. And maybe you can just take a picture of it and then descramble it afterwards. And she has an excellent book out. Oh, she's so full of energy, and she knows her Bible back and forth. She knows what's going on biblically. She knows what's going on politically. She knows what's going on with Trump and all the everything else that is behind the scenes that you see that you don't see. You'll love her. Anyway, this is her book, End Times, 1,000 Years of Peace. It's actually a bestseller now and very easy reading. And you'll love her. And Freedom Force Battalion. And if you can't find her under that, look under Melissa Red Pill the World. My second one is Juan O'Savin. JUANOSAVIN. Can you read it through here? Darn, that would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Nope. Okay. Juan O'Savin. And he has a book out too. And I have two of these books, but I lent one to a friend. And I am guarding this one with my life. Juan, I wish you would sign this for me, but I know you'll never even see my videos. So I have it wrapped up. But it is called Kid by the Side of the Road. And if you don't know what's going on from the beginning of this whole globalist invasion, that book tells you from the beginning your mind will be blown. Stuff I had no clue. Okay. So that's Kid by the Side of the Road, Juan O'Savin. Most of these are kicked off of YouTube, so you're going to have to go on BitChute or Rumble. Charlie Ward. I have a hard time reading that. Charlie Ward. Charlie is just a good old boy that Englishman, and he knows a lot that he can't say. Him and Simon Parkes both, they both know a lot, even though sometimes people want to think they don't. I don't know why, because these people do know what they're talking about. Mr. Truth Bomb, that's this one here. Mr. Truth Bomb has some really long videos, but they're very interesting, very graphic. And if you watch them from beginning to end, you will find out some absolutely incredible stuff about Mr. Trump that you didn't know, President Trump. And you'll find out about the deeper part of this world. And you'll find out about the the plan, and he's very smart. He knows it. All these people know what they're talking about. David Nino Rodriguez. He used to be a boxer, world boxer, and I know he has an extremely high knockout rate. Sorry, David, I'm not good with boxing, so I can't tell you what. I know you were a world boxer, but you're not heavyweight. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, David. You're fun to watch. You are truly a man after my own heart because you ask questions and you don't act like you know it all, and you get angry and I get angry. I don't maybe use the words that you use, but I feel them. I think them. And you're a good one for people to watch that are learning, because you dive into the nitty gritty stuff too. Nicholas Veniamin. Veniamin. Sorry, Nicholas. I know I pronounced that wrong. Um, Probably shouldn't even be holding this up, but maybe you can decipher it. Anyways, he's great. He's from the United Kingdom too. And if I'm wrong on any of this, people, forgive me. Anyways, uh, he he's a cutie pie, and he has some really interesting guests on there. He is so proper, but yet not. And so you'll get a kick out of him, and he is very respectful of his guests, and he asks some really great questions. And Nicholas, you're wonderful. I love you. Not, you know, married and old. Okay. Patriot Street Fighter Scott McKay. He's super too. He does a lot of going around and doing rallies, and I wish I could be at one of them. I'm sure he puts a lot of energy into it, and you're really a likable, good guy. And K, Mel K show, and she's she's a young woman. I don't know how old you are, Mel, but you have so much energy and dig for your resources, and I've learned tons and tons from you that that I wouldn't if you didn't dig it up, I wouldn't know it. The last one, Prophet Kim Clement, and y'all need to look at this prophet, because I'm funny about who I call a prophet, but I I choose to believe that he is, and he's been right about things, and many things, and he did something on Trump that uh, tells me he saw this coming. Anyway, he's great. My God, it's been 13 minutes already. Okay, so let's just talk. That's all I do. Let's just talk. And so I want to go over some of the things I've learned that I didn't have a clue what was going on. First, the federal banking system. I didn't know we weren't backed by anything. I didn't know my dollar really was just a piece of paper. Um, I didn't know we were a corporation. I didn't know. I knew we had a constitution, but I didn't think it could be. Uh, I didn't think anybody could change it at their own whim, like it is now. I didn't know my rights could be taken away at the drop of a hat. I didn't know we could be censored and not be able to talk to each other. And when you take away the right to talk to each other, you take away power from the people. And that's the idea. And those of you who like having your own guns, that can, this stuff is not written in stone. Evidently, I thought it was, but they can make new mandates and just decide, we're going to do that. We're going to take away your speech. No, we're going to take away your guns. Oh, now we're going to take away your medical and, your jobs. And now we're going to tell you what medicine you have to take and what you don't have to take and whether you can work or not if you don't take it. And there goes your job. And I didn't know about some of the more serious issues. No wonder they were fighting Trump. He was bringing out all this stuff that none of us, well, maybe some of y'all knew about it, but I didn't. And if I did, I certainly would have been more worried about things. But, and I trust in God, but God is now bringing this to the forefront. This is the time. And I'm honored to be one of God's followers and that he would choose me to even have a voice at all. And hopefully he uses it, because I don't know what else to do. I've joined committee meetings. I'm doing this. I've written letters to congressmen, senators. I've complained about the Dominion voting machine to our Secretary of Elections. I'm trying to do what I can do. But another thing I didn't know about was, when they opened up the borders, wow, the amount of people that came flooding through is unbelievable. And you wonder who's going to support these people. I'm barely making it myself. And who's going to, medically, how are they going to be taken care of? And these people coming across, a lot of them are not coming, they're coming to what they think is freedom. Going to be surprised now, won't they? But they're owned. They are owned by people that should tell them that they've got a easy, they're going to help them get over here, and they'll help them once they get here, and they don't know that once they get here, they're owned. And there's people dying, there's people being raped, they have a wristband with a color on it to identify who owns them. And now it's even blatant. Now they're even out there not even hiding the fact that they're trafficking these people. I didn't know about the sex trafficking. I knew about it a little bit, but not to the, we're talking like 80 million people being sex trafficked or just trafficked for whatever reason. I guess sex, but whatever reason, it's horrible that anybody would own anybody. And if you're coming to America, right now is not the time. And you need to do it the right way. We want you here, but we want you here the right way. And we want to keep our country a free country, one that people will want to come to. But right now, it is not that. Another thing I found out, this is horrible, but organ harvesting. And I didn't want to believe it. So all these things I read up on, because I'm not going to come on here and start telling you I know anything about this stuff if I haven't looked it up. But organ harvesting is mostly done in China and by a certain organization. And there's millions of people every year that they sedate them, and then they take and remove their organs. And the only reason they sedate them is so that they're not moving around when they're being operated on. They remove their corneas, they remove their livers, their hearts, all their organs, and then they put them in an incinerator, and there's nothing left of them. And these are good people. These are people that are kind people that can't fight back. We're talking millions. And it was a couple of people, I don't know, I'm not sure, I should have written down what their names were, but they didn't, they went on over there and did a covert calling up and seeing what it would take to get an organ, and they didn't believe it either, and they found it to be true and worse than even imagined. I didn't know about the Drena stuff, Chrome thing, with the blood. I didn't have any idea that that sacrifice was still going on. This is evil and good. This is not Democrat Republican. For any of you that are still thinking, oh, Trump did this or Trump did that, get it out of your mind. Trump is not in control of any of this. All he did was bring it to the forefront. And all they did, and they didn't want him to bring it to the forefront. And they're still fighting it. And I don't know if you feel like it, but I feel like they're trying to ruin us right now. I feel like America as we know it is, but, here's the good news. I believe that there are good people that are in control. Some of the military and some others, and President Trump, who I think is extremely intelligent, and got a timer going off. Hopefully it'll shut off in a second. I'm going to ignore it. Maybe it'll go away. Yeah, he's extremely intelligent. Anyway, there are some good people, and I think that those of us who didn't know anything about this wouldn't have done anything about it because we didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. I don't know if it's going to go off. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So I do have my other Trump supporter here. Let's see if he wants to come see me. Come here. Come on. Remember how happy he is? Just look at that face. Just look. Winston. Hi, Winston. You always want to be on top of my computer. How come you don't want to be on top of it right now? Yes, I love you too. Okay, you can go. Anyway, so I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. And of course, the globalists who control the banking system and control us through money, through interest rates, through our, they can control the country. I didn't know about the banking system. I didn't know, someone told me that there was something called a Federal Reserve a long time ago. And I went, yeah, whatever. Who cares? There's Federal Reserve. That's great. Somebody's lending us money. But I didn't realize that they were going to control us through it. I don't like being controlled. I don't think any of you all either. Any of you like that. Okay. So what else have I learned? I've learned that they're bringing this to our attention because Trump can't fight this on his own. We're infiltrated. We were infiltrated in the schools. We were infiltrated in the government. We're infiltrated in the medical field. We're infiltrated in the media, the medical, every area of life. They have sent people that are looking to support their agenda. And not our agenda, but to support their agenda to get done what they can do to control us, to delete the population, If you know about the one world order, look it up if you don't, because it's definitely a real thing and it's been known for a long time and it is biblical. And let's see, I didn't know that, I didn't know I didn't own my property. That even though I own my property in my brain, that they can come in. I mean, I knew eminent domain, but I mean, they sold us as a corporation. We don't even own our property. Um, I didn't know that my vote might or might not count. I didn't know, um, let's see, I mean, there's so many things I didn't know about. Some people, if they haven't experienced it, don't even know that this is really going on. I have some friends that it hasn't hit them at home, in their home yet. They just are going on living their life as they always have, and in a way that's great. I mean, uh, sometimes not knowing is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. That's what the saying is. But in the long run, it's not, because it does come back around, and you'll find out that it's not bliss. Actually, power comes from knowledge, and um, I'm glad there's some knowledgeable people out there. And even if, say, President Trump doesn't come back in office, which, God forbid, we all want him back. Anyway, look what they did in 4 years. They fought him the whole 4 years. Uh, it was a horrible presidency for him and his family, but he signed up for it. He knew it beforehand. He knew what was going to happen, and he took it on. And I can't thank you enough, President Trump, for you and your family giving your lives for us. Thank you. Of course, you're being used by God, and you may not have had a choice. And God doesn't use perfect people. And if you look in the Bible, a lot of people say, well, I have rabbit hair in my nose. A lot of people, y'all say, well, he's not perfect, President Trump. Of course he's not perfect. Who is? Jesus Christ. And when he comes back, we won't have to worry about this anyway. I didn't know how much of the news was fake, that it just was fulfilling their agenda. And, oh my gosh, it's the whole world that you thought, even the religion that I knew, I've come to learn, was for their agenda. Um, Big tech is a monopoly, and if there isn't somebody, uh, thank you, um, Mike Lindell, for opening up Frank's speech and doing all the wonderful things you've done, to the millions of dollars you've put into this. Um, well, I was going to turn it off. I guess I should bring all these things with me so I can turn them off. It'll just ring. It's probably a phone solicitor anyway. Yeah, we're going to have a rise in medical care. If look at all the people coming in through the borders, you think they're gonna need medical care. Um, let's see. Oh, if you want to go and look up the child or the heart organ harvesting, go to the https://www stop organ harvesting. It sends you to a link that you can do something about it if you can, by writing or calling your congressman. It tells you which your congressman, senator, whoever, state official is, that you can. We have to get on these people's cases, and we have to stay on it, because if we don't, they think they don't have to. They don't have to own it. They just think they're walking all over us and we don't know. So please, this could be us. Can you imagine? Oh my God! And it's from the hospitals. It's from good people that were just practicing, not even a religion, but they were doing like Tai Chi, and they claimed it was a religious cult, and they put them all in concentration camps, and the prisoners, and um, anybody, anybody and everybody. If you match the blood type, it's they'll just take you anyway. Um, let's see. The Constitution. Didn't y'all think that the Constitution was written in stone? That they couldn't do anything about it? Like freedom of speech? You can't take that away. I have a right to freedom of speech. Or you can't take my gun. It says it right here in the Constitution. Wow, what an eye opener. Okay, I certainly believe that we need God to intervene, um, because people can't do it on their own. I believe in a higher power, and if I didn't have that to believe in, my life would be a sorry. I would be sad. Um, I've learned that the Supreme Court and our political system has failed us. Um, we can't sit idle and do nothing. It'd be nice, but if we do, that's what we're going to get. And that's what, I mean, it's not going to go away. I wish it would. I wish I could just close my eyes, make it all go away, but it's not. And our economy is going to tank, and our infrastructure, $1 trillion, they're going to take out for infrastructure. I'm probably going to send half of it over to a foreign country to find out about the sex of boys and girls and which bathroom they should use. Um, let's see. I wish I had a chat. No, I probably don't. I hear what you had to say. This way I could be in my own little world. Um, okay. Uh, you know why they gave us the Second Amendment back when the colonists broke away from Britain? In the Constitution, it says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The necessity and to the security of a free state, the right of the people. So if they take your guns, what do you have left? You're going to go out with your baseball bat and think that's going to save you? Let's see. How many of you all feel this? How many of you all feel like the government is taking control and they're just taking control of your life in all areas? A lot of you are having to not go to work because if you have a choice to make. I don't have to work. I made the choice not to do anything about the choice of what people are having to choose to make of whether they can keep their jobs or not. Um, anyways, y'all go on and look up those people that I listen to. They're very interesting, very knowledgeable, and um, maybe y'all can write comments under my. Please be kind. This isn't my calling, but I guess it's my calling right now. But be kind. I don't know a lot, and what I do know is I'm not. I can tell you, I'm not a broadcaster. Um, Anyways, God bless you all. Please continue to pray. Pray for all those people that have gotten sick. Pray for the ones that are losing their jobs. Pray for this country. Pray for our police officers, our military, the good guys, the white hats. Pray for all those that are putting their lives on the line. Pray for our president, Trump, to and uh, pray for things to make a turnaround. It is in God's hands, and we can't do it without him. So if we don't pray and you're just expecting us as individual people to be able to do anything about this, we're all just people. And David couldn't have done it without God's help either. So that's it for this time. Next time we'll have a different Trump supporter. And God bless you all. And if I forget something, I'll try to remember it next time, and I'll try to remember to write things backwards if I can. But anyway, God bless. Goodbye.